Yo, what's up, guys? I'm back into the he beef with Critical, then lost 99% of his audience. Trying out some different stuff for you guys. I'm gonna react to this. I'm a big I don't know what you guys want to call him. I mean, Penguin Zero, Moist Critical, Charlie, however you guys want to call him. I'm a big fan of him, so I'm gonna check this out. Apparently, this guy beefed with him. I honestly didn't even know he had beef with anybody, to be honest. I mean, I feel like Moist Critical is like the most liked guy on the internet. Sneako's the only person I can think about that actually like beefed with Moist Critical, but either way, we'll find out, I guess, won't we? If you guys like the video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. I don't know how good this video is going to do, so we're going to start small and start with 15 likes. 15 likes in this video, that'd be very much appreciated. Check out all my socials down below in the description. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff's down below. Also, I'm streaming on Twitch. The Twitch link is down below in the description. Check all that stuff out. If you guys aren't already subscribed to the channel too, by the way. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subs by the end of the month. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below if you guys aren't already. Let's get right into the video, bro. He beefed with Critical and lost 90% of his audience. Let's go.
500,000 subscribers, but only a few hundred views per video. The total collapse of his channel had been building for months beforehand, although the final nail in the coffin was an ill-fated beef with Penguin Zero, who also covered news and drama, although with one major difference: each creator's level of integrity. While Critical only covers topics that he's qualified to speak on, defnoodles began to wreck his image by covering anything and everything with a sloppy, embarrassing, complete lack of research. For example, back when James Charles was being accused of grooming, a comedy TikToker named Sam—
Wait, James Charles was accused of grooming? That's actually a thing? I didn't even know that, bro.
Sens posted an obviously fake James Charles chat log, caption—
Huh? Hey, can you add me on Snap? I'm only 14. How about now? Okay, that's really messed up. That was 2016, so they were interested. They said they were 14, never responded. And now he waited till, well, I don't know when this was. Maybe he didn't wait that long, but he waited a while and then messaged him again. That is... If these are real messages, bro, that's criminal.
with the hashtags funny and meme, making it obvious that the screenshot was an edited joke. Well, defnoodles rushed to—
maybe I should have waited, huh?
his Twitter writing, "Who could have seen this coming? James Charles exposed by 14-year-old boy," apparently not even looking at the screenshot's original date, when James Charles would have still been a minor himself. To make defnoodles' obvious lack of—
Wait, 4 years ago or 6 years ago? Wait. Let me see.
when James Charles would have—
4 years ago, James Charles was a minor. What? He's that young? Oh my god. Jesus. So I guess what this guy does, defnoodles, I guess, is the guy that was beefing with Moist Critical. I guess he just spreads misinformation. I guess that's his whole thing.
still been a minor himself.
Do some
To make
research, buddy.
defnoodles' obvious lack of research worse, he'd then promote a second, even faker screenshot, with defnoodles responding in the most immature way. He'd state this page is satirical, meaning it's not meant to be taken seriously. Tone is overly serious because it's meant to be satirical.
I mean, this guy is just trying not to get a lawsuit, I think, at this point. I mean, he's just asking for a lawsuit. I mean, that's just like defamation in a nutshell right there. I mean, you're spreading misinformation about a person and hurting their image. I mean, that's literally just defamation. That's a lawsuit coming right out of nowhere, and this guy's just backtracking on it now. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, no, nothing is serious. It's meant to be satirical. Huh? Come on, man.
The way I present things is so serious, that's what's supposed to be the satire.
Huh?
However, this move backfired terribly, as Keemstar would give defnoodles a taste of his own fake satire. Defnoodles has allegedly groomed girls from ages 12 to 15. Big YouTuber source, victims are scared of him and wish to stay anonymous but may come forward soon. Defnoodles has declined to give us a comment on these allegations made against him, with defnoodles then responding to the mockery in another terrible way, by lawsuit.
I am now suing him to clear my name of these false allegations and to hold him accountable for knowingly making false accusations.
And as summarized by a comment reading, he's been spiraling since the Keemstar lawsuit announcement. This is where defnoodles' life completely fell apart. Because despite suing Keemstar—
I mean, I don't know what he expected, though. I mean, with this kind of content of you just, like, accusing people of things that you don't have any proof of, I mean, isn't that kind of, like, idiocracy, just not to assume that something's going to happen? I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's just... he just deserved it, I think, at this point.
Staff are falsely tweeting about him being a pedo. Defnoodles went on to do this to another YouTuber named Papa Gut, while adding "put this MF on a watch list, he looks mad suspicious." When people
imagine he tagged the FBI too. Oh my god.
Called Defnoodles out for doing the same thing he was suing Keemstar for, Defnoodles claimed he hadn't wronged Papa Gut in any way because 1. My bio says comedian, 2. Since 2019 I've said I covered news as a joke and wasn't meant to be taken seriously, and 3. Saying someone looks like a pedo isn't an accusation, especially when they objectively look like a pedo.
Bro, this guy's actually brain dead. Okay. Saying someone looks like a pedo is not what he said. He genuinely said, this guy needs to be on a watch list and tagged the FBI. Bro, that's not saying you look like a pedo. That's just deliberately going out and saying you are a pedo. That's what he's saying, bro.
As a result, Papa Gut broke down live on stream.
This is a joke to you. It's a game to you. This isn't a game to me, Dennis. This is so real to me.
After which Defnoodles took a screenshot of Papa Gut crying and turned it into a piece of his own merch. Comments.
I'm trying to pause as much. I know this is like an 11-minute video, but like I feel like I don't know what the best thing to do here is in this situation. Like let's say I'm accused of something like that, right? And I know it's not true, right? I know it's not true. I know there's zero proof out there that, that I am what, I don't know, Defnoodles calls me. I guess, let's say he calls me a pedo. Okay, let's say he accuses me of interacting with minors. Okay, let's say he does that. And I know that there's zero proof out there because I know I've never done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know there's nothing out there that's ever doing it, then why are you, what's the word? I can't think of the word. But, like, why are you buying into it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you buying into what he's accusing you of? At this point, you're just giving him publicity, which is what he wants, clearly. And that's really his only motive, is if you start drama like that, it stirs the pot and gets clicks and stuff. That's obviously the reason why he's doing it. That's the reason why 90% of YouTubers do what they do. But I'm saying, like, if you know you didn't do it, then why are you responding to it? You're just feeding into it.
Such as the fact that Def is making fun of him for this is crazy, showed the audience was losing respect for Defnoodles.
Your platform is going away because you're unjustifiably targeting me?
Which began to show in Defnoodles' following, as for the first time ever he began to lose subscribers. Although rather than recalibrating and letting his reputation
how did he even have subscribers to begin with?
Heal, he'd almost instantly jump into another controversy that would ultimately end everything.
Oh, here we go.
Beef with Penguin Zero.
You don't beef with the king, bro. No, literally, Cr1tikal is the most likable person on the internet, and if you go hating against him, you're just asking to get pooped on. And that's probably why he did it, of course. I mean, he did it probably because he knows he has a big fan base. He's going to get a lot of traction, but.
In addition to reporting the news, Defnoodles had made the claim that he was apparently a professional comedian. He'd state, I have a background in comedy. I trained literally for years as an improviser. I've performed in basically every major theater and comedy venue in New York and LA. Every stand-up place, every place that you can think of and you can find on Google, I have performed there, which Defnoodles went on to prove by showing an awkward, unfunny clip of him performing live.
Yeah, I got boy problems.
Defnoodles clearly couldn't see that he wasn't as good as he thought. However, this didn't stop him from opening his
Defnoodles Comedy Club. Oh my god. Who's going to show up to that? It's probably like some free showing. I mean, who would show up to that, honestly? Who's going to look at that sign and be like, ah, yes, I'm going to go listen to some guy named Defnoodles spit comedy. Oh, okay, buddy. I think this guy literally, like, went out of his way to set up, like, he left a trail. It's like he knew what he was going to do in the future, like making accusations, and then he set all this stuff up. It's like booby traps, bro. It's like he set up all this stuff to where like he can fall back on whenever he does this whole like accusing people of serious offenses and serious crimes. And he can just fall back on and be like, oh, but I'm a comedian though, so it's all a joke. Huh?
Defnoodles clearly couldn't see that he wasn't as good as he thought. However, this didn't stop him from opening his own 50-person comedy club, christening the venue with an event called Super Roast Battle. It ran for an hour and a half and was streamed to a live audience on both Twitch and YouTube, leaving no space for mercy if the event was a total failure, and a total failure the event would certainly be.
I mean, no surprise, though.
The first 24 minutes saw the audience sitting there waiting.
Audience, right? These guys definitely weren't paid to show up.
And it's therefore no surprise they weren't exactly hyped when Defnoodles finally started the show.
All right, LA, are you ready?
You ready? I don't know about this. I don't think we're gonna do the show anymore. This crowd's like, they're all asleep.
These 24 silent minutes were spent setting up the unprepared lighting and sound,
Oh, yes,
which
pack the
clearly
crowd.
hadn't been checked or rehearsed.
Hey, Steven, turn on the lights. No, wrong lights. That's the house lights. Almost there. Wrong lights. So the lights are actually right here. I think I'm...
I mean, preparing for comedy shows typically goes wrong for the most part. I feel like it might be better just not to do that because it makes it, funnier that you're struggling sometimes.
Am I mic one?
Except for the pausing. I'm going to show out the pausing. I'm already 10 minutes in and I'm not even halfway through.
Although things only got worse when the roasts actually started.
You look like you woke up in a dumpster.
Probably. You're like my cousin if you were a girl.
Thank you. I bet you cried when you got those tattoos.
I did.
Defnoodle
Oh,
spent
God.
the hour telling the worst jokes the world had ever heard, in the process picking up a 1-week Twitch ban for something said by one of the roasters. The event was so heavily criticized by the internet.
Defnoodles, this guy is just something else. I cannot believe what I just witnessed.
Why are they giving him
I think
attention,
I'm
though,
still
man?
trying to recover from it. This was honestly one of the more embarrassing things I've ever
Why are they
seen.
talking about him,
Defnoodles
though?
convinced himself the show was successful since it started a trend on Twitter, although it seemed this attitude changed completely
Oh, my boy,
when
here he
Penguin
is.
Zero uploaded I've never seen something this horrible.
What a title.
This was a complete fucking disaster on a level I haven't seen before. Imagine Fire Festival, but if it actually happened and was worse than anyone could have imagined.
Cr1tikal gave a different take on why the show was a total failure.
Nobody knew each other. Literally nobody. So all they can do is roast each other's appearance because they don't know them.
Before offering a couple roasts of his own.
True.
Like, this is what happens at like a middle school lunch table. It's like that episode
True.
of SpongeBob.
True.
Hey, so what's up with salt shakers?
What?
Oh, brother,
I
this
love Charlie,
guy
bro. Charlie goes
stinks.
crazy.
However, Defnoodles couldn't handle his basic criticism, as he'd respond with his own video titled My Apology to Moist Cr1tikal for First Super Roast Battles. Defnoodles spent the video sarcastically pretending he wasn't hurt.
Greatest crime that I committed was to have caused the great Moist Cr1tikal to cringe. Would like to extend my sincerest apologies for causing you to cringe while watching my roast battle. I am sitting here ludicrously buckling to my knees, self-deprecatingly acquiescing to the oh-so-great Moist Cr1tikal.
Joking he deserved
He's trying to make a joke out of it, but I mean, it's pretty embarrassing. Even Moist Cr1tikal makes a video about you. Especially it had like 3.9 million views
the
too.
highest form of punishment for his failed comedy show.
Not only should I have been arrested and sent to the gulags, but I should have also been forced to live the rest of my miserable existence being waterboarded while Baby Shark plays on loop at max volume in the background, and 2 CIA torture experts electrocute the tip of my penis with tweezers.
In the 6 hours that followed,
mean?
Defnoodles received a 90% dislike ratio, a loss of 3,000 subscribers,
Oh my
and
god, lost 28,000, not quite
thousands
3,000.
and thousands of comments completely and utterly wrecking him. This is obviously trying to be ironic, but the
Cheddar
layers of
sun
actual
chips.
self-pity and insecurity make this very hard to watch. You can tell Charlie hurt his feelings. This is cringier than the roast battle itself, so much that Cr1tikal came back to spank him again.
Well, I mean, he's getting views out of it, and I guess I can't blame Moist Cr1tikal, but I mean, I feel like I still just wouldn't give this guy attention.
This is going to be me talking about his response video, which I think is a very important lesson in how not to handle controversy.
However, the most notable
True.
announcement for the previous 2 videos was that Defnoodles had doubled down by scheduling another roast battle,
The only way for me
Oh
to
my
make
God,
this
no way he does
situation
another
right
one.
again is to produce another roast.
which somehow became even worse than the first one.
How,
Alright,
dude?
so Defnoodles hosted another one of his roast battles.
This is if you're gonna do another one, you at least like make sure it's good. You know what I mean? It might actually be like a chance to like come back. You know what I mean? But instead, he's just, I guess, makes it worse.
And he somehow outdid himself. I could not believe what I was watching. I've
Somehow
never
made
seen
it
anything
worse.
like this.
Because rather than casting a bunch of local comics, Defnoodles chose to invite his mortal enemy Salvo Pancakes, who filled the audience with his fans who were there to cause some chaos. The audience sat there waiting even longer than the first battle, and when Defnoodles finally walked out from the back, his roasts were physical rather than verbal.
Not punch him, bro. What? You seen her let him push you like
After
that?
shoving
Wow, another story of hiding behind security guards. Sounds like somebody I know.
Salvo pancakes, he'd get his revenge by walking through the crowd and onto the stage, signing his own Salvo pancakes posters, completely disrupting the show. This should have been the perfect chance for defnoodles to roast his enemy, although in true defnoodles fashion, he hadn't prepared material and would instead get roasted by Salvo.
If we were here, there'd be nobody in the crowd.
He's not wrong.
After having a drink thrown on him, Salvo was forced out of the show by security, with the second Super Roast Battle's terrible mismanagement giving Penguin Zero a fresh new video.
At first I thought this was staged, because it looks like something straight out of the WWE. I was half expecting Stone Cold Steve Austin to come out with a beer and a chair and hit defnoodles in the back with it.
With comments such as, "I like how Charlie has had this same format and style for years, and is still funnier than defnoodles would ever be. Defnoodles' image was dying with every passing hour.
R.I.P.
The
Defnoodles.
headshot came with Penguin.
KSI's
Defnoodles'
Reddit.
image was dying with every passing hour. The headshot came with Penguin Zero's fourth Defnoodles video, totaling over 10 million views worth of Defnoodles criticism, which could...
I mean, in this instance, it's actually a good idea. I'm actually proud of Charlie for making, or like, you know, attacking this part. Because, I mean, like, at the end of the day, though, right? I mean, it's not really risky, I guess, because, I mean, everybody hates him anyway, so all you're going to do is get positive feedback. So it's a smart move to make a video on it. Apparently got like 10 million views in total just based on his controversy, so...
could have easily been avoided by ignoring Critical's first video.
I probably wouldn't ignore it
combined
either.
with all of his previous controversy, Defnoodles' monthly viewership went from 4 million to 400,000, although despite already losing 90% of his fan base, he somehow still had further to fall. His news-related content became low-effort challenge videos, while an attempt to pivot to interviews also failed to make a difference. More than 1 year after the roast battle incident,
I mean, once you fall off that hard, it's really difficult to come back.
every video was still getting at least 50% dislikes, and a bunch of comments along the lines of 1.5k views in 15 hours is crazy, but it's mind-blowing when you realize Dennis has over 500k subs. Who's watching these videos? Lining up interviews for a non-existent audience wasn't exactly worth it, so he...
I mean, did he ever, like, apologize for it or anything? Like, did something that, like, I don't know, make people somewhat like him? I mean, ever?
He'd instead fall in love with his own failure by uploading a video titled Unsubscribe Challenge.
I want to challenge everybody who's watching this video and is subscribed to this channel to unsubscribe. I want to see if we can break the...
That's so cringe, dude. That is so utterly cringe just to, like... Oh my god. Dude, that is actually so sad. He's literally making himself the butt of the joke. He's
who's watching this video and is subscribed to this channel to unsubscribe. I want to see if we can break the record for being the most unsubscribed channel in the history of this platform.
Like, hey, hate on me.
First of many insane
Defnoodles
ramblings, including I'm fat, I'm a loser, and of course the unsubscribe challenge part 2.
You know, I don't ask for much in life. One of those things would be for you to unsubscribe right now.
Which many of his
why is he just patronizing himself? It's so cringe to do that. I mean, if you're genuinely going through something mentally, this is not the way to do it. At all.
Audience were happy to oblige. Over on Reddit, OKP compiled 20 different videos, which failed to achieve a single view despite being hours old, while a different user questioned if Defnoodles had the least watched channel views to subscribers ratio. Ironically, Defnoodles has since tried to mirror Penguin Zero by launching Defnoodles New, and while some of his takes are surprisingly well put, his thumbnail game and more notably his reputation are still in need of some serious work.
So he's just stealing content now, what Once Critical did. He's just, like, talking about certain topics. I mean, interesting video, for sure. I mean, like, that guy deserves everything that happened to him, though. I mean, making those kind of accusations, being the scumbag like he is, I mean, he deserved it. He deserved it. And the way he went about, like, apologizing and things like that was just not the way to do it. He just kept patronizing himself, all that. Not a good way to do that, bro. If you guys are YouTubers and you guys ever get in some sort of controversy, hopefully you guys don't. That is not the way to do it. Don't patronize yourself. Be like, everybody unsubscribe now, please. I suck. I'm this. And like, just apologize for what you did wrong. At the end of the day, I feel like that alone would just do wonders. It's not super easy, but it's a lot better than what he did. Oh, unsubscribe to my channel. Oh, cry, patronizing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the way to do it, bro. Either way, if you guys like the video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Let's get this video to 15 likes. Let's like go over this video. If you guys are seeing this video right now, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. That'd be very much appreciated. Check out all my socials down below too. Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff's down below. You guys have a good rest of your day. Peace.